Right when quarantine is done, I'm not sitting around the house and being like, I'm so bored, like what should I do? And have the best post-quarantine life ever. Hi guys, it's Paulina, and today I wanted to do a video about some things that you can do post-quarantine. So like a post-quarantine bucket list, because I think it's important to stay super positive during this time, especially with everything that's going on in the world. It's important to keep in mind that things will get better. And honestly, quarantine has made me extremely creative. I've been thinking about all the things that I want to be doing right now. And so yeah, I just came up with a list of things that you should try after quarantine. Also, I did my makeup for the first time in a really long time because I don't really wear makeup unless it's a special occasion. But I just watched James Charles's Instant Influencer, and the finale was today, so I was inspired, and so I did my makeup. But I was actually running out of my foundation, and it was my summer foundation from last year, so this is a very different color, and it's fine. We're just gonna pretend that it's the same. Here are just some of the things that I want to do post-quarantine. So the first thing that I want to do once quarantine is over is to go horseback riding. Something I've wanted to do with my mom and my sister for a while before quarantine happened, and I haven't gone in like 3 years, and I just really want to do it again. It's a lot of fun. The next thing that I want to do is pretty simple, basic, you know, but I think it was really underappreciated before quarantine, and now that we're in quarantine, I'm just like, I have to do this, and that is to go see a movie. I used to go see movies all the time, and then I started college and I just didn't really have that much time, so I haven't really seen a lot of movies in the past year, and it just made me want to go see them even more. And obviously watching movies like at home and stuff is fun, but it's just not the same. Like, you don't get to sit in the red movie chairs and the big screen and the popcorn. And yeah, so that's just something that I really want to do. The next thing that I really want to do, that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, is to visit a national park. And a big one that I want to go see is the sand dunes. So I actually went to sand dunes a few years ago, but I didn't get to do all the activities like four-wheeling and things like that. And so one of the things I want to do is actually go to the sand dunes and bring a sled and then just slide down the sand dunes. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I want to try it. Another thing that I want to do to go off of, this is like a separate thing from going to see a national park, it's going surfing. But because I live in Michigan and we don't have oceans nearby, I just recently found out that you can actually go surfing at the Great Lakes, specifically by the sand dunes. So I'm thinking I'm gonna hit two birds with one stone and go to the sand dunes, go sledding down the sand dunes, and then go learn how to surf at Lake Michigan. Another thing that I want to do is to go paintballing. So my best friend and I were supposed to go paintballing like several times, and then the one time we actually did end up going to a paintball place, there was a bunch of older men there and they looked really intense, and we only brought like one layer of clothing, like we were just wearing leggings and like a t-shirt, and all these people were in mega gear, and we realized that we did not want to die today, so we didn't end up going through with it. But I really want to try paintballing at least once, so I want to do it post-quarantine because why not? Like, might as well do it now. Another thing that I want to do is go skydiving. So I turned 18 about 7 months ago now, and I wanted to go skydiving forever. So I really want to try that this summer. Really want to check that off my bucket list. So that's just one thing that I really want to do, is to go skydiving. Another thing, which I don't think is going to be possible for a while, is to go to an amusement park. I've gone to an amusement park like 2 to 3 times each summer for the past like 6 years, and last year I went once. It was a lot of fun, but I really want to try going to a different amusement park because I've gone to the same one, Cedar Point, and Cedar Point is awesome, but I feel like it's getting repetitive, you know, like I want to try some new amusement parks, and I'm kind of sad because they probably won't open this summer. That's something that I want to do post-quarantine. Another thing that I want to do is go-karting. So there's actually a go-kart place right by my house, and I've been wanting to go forever and I never go, so I'm gonna force myself to go post-quarantine. And I'm also keeping like lists of all these things so that right when quarantine is done, I'm not sitting around the house and being like, I'm so bored, like what should I do? Because I'm gonna have this list and I'm going to knock everything off that list and do everything and have the best post-quarantine life ever. Finally, a pretty basic one that all of us I think miss a lot, is to go eat at a restaurant and actually dine in and enjoy a meal with your family or with your friends. I want to go out to eat, and I really want to focus on visiting family businesses or family-owned restaurants, like smaller restaurants, and just supporting local businesses because I think it's really important. And especially during COVID, I feel like that has been emphasized a lot recently and it's really been brought to my attention. So that's just something I want to do, you know, go support my local businesses and go out to eat with my friends, my family, and yeah, that is my post-quarantine bucket list. And obviously I really want to do these things, but I also think it's really important that we keep social distancing until we know for a fact that all of this is over. I think that we should still be cautious with going out and going out to places, like public places. But yeah, I hope that this video brought you some positivity, brought you some light, some fun things to think about once quarantine is over. And make sure you guys are all staying healthy, washing your hands, and staying 6 feet apart. Bye!